In fact, he's just moved to California. Lucky guy.
Fantastic.
Chris agreed to help us with the project, and he has done an incredible job with the production. We couldn't have done it without him. He's done an absolutely brilliant job for us, and he's also done us an enormous favour because, you know, potentially producing an album like this would cost a lot of money, especially when you're doing it independently and you've got to fund it yourself.
Of course, when the famous people, I guess, record it, they can cost hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yes.
And even if you're doing small scale, it can cost thousands of pounds.
And it has cost us thousands of pounds, but it's cost us substantially less than it would have cost had Chris charged us full charges on everything. So we're incredibly grateful for him because he's spent the last 2 years working with us, and you know, he's made a very big sacrifice financially, but I think he really believed in the album as well, and he's put his heart and soul into it too. So we're incredibly grateful to him.
And was it quite cathartic going into the studio and putting the songs actually down and knowing that you'd have it to sort of take away afterwards?
Absolutely. I think, you know, every time you're in there and you're singing, you know you're doing it for a really good reason, and you mean every word you're singing. So I think that, and I hope that shows in the album, and certainly lyrically when we were writing the lyrics, you know, they mean so much to us. We hope other people are touched by them.
Well, let's have a little listen. What's the name of the song that you've sent us? I think If I Try.
You're right. Sorry, I'm losing track. Yes, it is If I Try.
What's it about?
Really, If I Try is about moving on. It's about getting to that stage where you're moving through the grief process and you know you've got to move on and start living again, and looking to the future. So it's a positive number about that.
We'll be hearing a bit more about what your future has entailed, because you now have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl.
Oh, no, 2 girls and a boy.
2 girls and a boy.
Yes.
But first of all, this is If I Try from Sue's album.
Lessons I have learned.
So that is If I Try, and that is my guest in the studio, Sue De Silva. The track's called If I Try. The album is called Hope, and it is released just to commemorate the life of your son, William. And this is the important stuff. Where can people get it from?
Well, I think probably the easiest place that people can go to start with would be our website, which is www.myspace.com/De Silva HQ, and De Silva would be DSILVA HQ. And then from there are links to all the download sites.
It'll tell you everywhere you can go to download
Absolutely.
it. And you're doing this because you want to raise cash? You're not shy about saying that? You want to raise lots of cash?
Absolutely not. No, that's right, yes.
And you're raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which I'm sure people will have heard of, and also a couple of other different charities.
Yes, that's right. We're raising money for Make-A-Wish International, but we're also raising money for 2 UK charities, which is the Samantha Dixon Brain Tumour Trust, and they're based in Yateley, and they do amazing work raising millions of pounds specifically just for brain tumour research and to support families who are dealing with brain tumour every day. And we're also supporting the Roundtable Children's Wish, who are based in Bournemouth. Again, they're like Make-A-Wish. They grant wishes for children here in the UK. And we specifically wanted to support them because they granted William the wish of a wonderful week's holiday in Switzerland in the snow.
Fantastic. I hope you raise so much money, but this is not the end of your story, because we have to say hello to 3 little people who are listening. So you are, just about to adopt 2 girls and a boy. So they came into your life only a couple of months ago. It must have been a very hard decision to make, but an amazing one to take in 3 children.
Absolutely. I think we just knew that being parents is just the most amazing privilege, really. And after we lost William, we thought being parents is just all fulfilling. And we couldn't imagine spending the rest of our life without children. And I know some people probably thought, perhaps we're trying to replace William, but he was totally irreplaceable. And that's not
impossible.
Yeah, there's no way we could have done that. It wasn't about that. It was about our role as parents. And so when the opportunity to adopt these amazing children came along, we grabbed it with both hands. It was just amazing.
And you've gone from having a very quiet house to a very noisy one, because they are 7, 5 and 4.
They absolutely are, yes, and they're listening at home. So I must say hi to everyone. Hi, guys. Hi, Mark at home. Daddy working away, keeping them all under control, I hope.
Your mum's done very, very well. Sue, thank you so much for coming in. Do keep in touch with us. Let us know how the fundraising is going. I think the track is brilliant. I can't wait to hear the rest of the album. Thank you so much. Just so much for coming in and for sharing your story.
Thanks, Suzanne. Thanks so much for having me. It's been great.
I'm going to have to say she's already had a text in from her friend Ruth, who is listening on the iPlayer. So if you want to hear that song again, log on to the iPlayer, have a little listen.
Preview.